Yes or no? Do you believe that if a woman had two options in front of her, a man that was going to love, protect, and provide for her and her family, their family, or food stamps and government assistance, that she would choose food stamps and government assistance?
Absolutely not. But I believe that
so
it
then let's not
segues
say
into
that something is
else.
incentivized just because people are choosing.
But a lot of women do choose to have children by men, knowing that the government will compensate for the absent parent.
Yeah.
I've not yet met these women.
I think
I
think we gotta, in one of these situations, a lot of situations when we talk specifically about Black people, we have to consider that it's usually both and. That the reason it even becomes optional to choose government assistance is because there is also an attack on the person that's supposed to be there. It is made convenient for you to not investigate why so many Black men are not in the home or unable to support or afraid to support. It becomes way more convenient to not have that investigation and conversation.
You know, sometimes I like tonight's conversation, and sometimes they're a bunch of numbnut, airheaded, moronic, dumbed down, stupid, idiotic, lying, retarded psychos. The first lady in red, I think she was in red, I forget now. The first lady said, "Do you really believe that a mom would pick crappy government cheese over a providing dad?" First of all, you stupid, dumbed down, airheaded jackass. Have you ever met a single mother in the history of your life? And actually, you just prove how stupid you are and how you have no discernment, because what women will do is push the dad out for vindictive reasons, or because he cheated, or because she's mad, or she wanted to have a baby on purpose and just be independent and raise that child without a father. Because the curse of Eve is that women want to rule over the man and they want to be independent. You never heard of a woman saying, "I'm strong and independent, I can do this on my own"? You pathological, lying, subhuman piece of crap who can't even pay attention to regular society. I've never met any one of these women. Women do it all the time, and they're not logical about it. Women are dumb, illogical, irrational, and emotional. They think they own children. They automatically think they automatically get custody. And they would rather be independent and in control, or dangle the child like a carrot and torture the father. See, everybody in the world knows this except these stupid, dumbass panelists that they have on this show. You can't be that freaking retarded. And then the lady that she turns to says, "Well, I don't believe that, but, you know, some women do it, have a kid knowing that the government's going to be involved." You just answered the question. That lady's usually on point about a whole bunch of stuff, but she got really stupid here. And what the problem is, these stupid jackasses are brainwashed. Just like a lot of people are brainwashed and conditioned to have self-hate, not have a good self-image or whatever. These people are, and they talk about that in Black culture from slavery. These stupid jackasses are brainwashed. Don't ever blaspheme single moms. Don't ever blaspheme single moms. Worship single moms. Obey single moms. Single moms is the matriarchy. Stupid, brainless idiots can't think for themselves. And the reality of it is everybody out there knows what's really going on. Every single person out there knows when a baby's mom got pissed and you can't see her because I'm mad or give me child support. But these stupid idiots can't remember that all of a sudden. They got short-term memory loss. And they're delusional about it. And they want to get back on like this stupid feminine dude with the beard. They got two feminine males on there. The stupid feminine dude with the beard is like, "Oh, well, it's the government incentivizing it." If you have a house slave, do you blame just master for the house slave selling out and whipping the slaves and shooting a runaway slave? No, you don't. A sellout is a sellout. It's both of them. So if the government dangles government cheese, say, "Here, go to this, get this government cheese and get this welfare money, get food stamps, or get this slum of Section 8 housing, or you can get along with your baby's father," a psychotic, evil Jezebel witch with the curse of Eve on her will choose independence any day because they're delusional. Why do you think women have such poor spending habits? They don't think about money and think about spending it wise. Now, there's a lot of women out there who budget their money well. But overall, the whole marketing world targets women because they're emotionally led astray. "Oh, look at this. Look at how pretty this is." And what looks pretty to them is independence without the man because they want to rule over the man because women are psycho. They're Robin who's jealous of Batman. They're an offensive lineman who's jealous of Tom Brady. They're Lucifer who's jealous of God. They want to take over and sit on the throne or be the leader when they're out of line and out of place. Scottie Pippen looks like an idiot right now because he's hating on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the GOAT on that team. Scottie Pippen was the sidekick. Scottie Pippen is looking stupid and making a fool of himself because he's mad that Michael Jordan didn't give him his props, and now he's starting to be delusional and say, I'm greater than Michael Jordan. That's what women do. I'm the leader of the family. When somebody breaks into the home, does everybody hide behind the wife or hide behind the husband? They hide behind the husband because they're superior in strength. There's things that men can do that women can't do, like protect the family from, and that's why most of the child molesters are the stepdad or the new knucklehead the woman invites into the home. So these stupid, dumbed down numbnuts, feminine males and psychotic females who can't use any logic that God gave a monkey, my sister with Down syndrome can figure this stuff out. These idiots are on here not using any common sense. When everybody knows, you see it in movies all the time. Baby, why do we have the phrase baby mama drama? Because the baby mama ain't let me see my kid unless I get child support or whatever, which is a form of prostitution and extortion. You think because you have sex or have a baby, you should get paid for it. That only came from a white supremacist welfare agenda where they dangled government cheese in front of women, and black women took it hook, line, and sinker first and became house slaves and pushed the fathers out, while in the civil rights movement, 80% of kids were born into a married family. White supremacists said, we got to break up this black family. So they take industrialize the manufacturers out of the inner city. They take away parks and recreation. They put a liquor store on every corner. They dump drugs and guns in there. But before they even did that, they dangled government cheese to the women, and they did master's bidding. They were house slaves. Black women were house slaves to men because they liked that government cheese. And anybody with half a brain knows that you should work with your baby's father because men are generous when it comes to their kids. But these women don't do it. The fact they're even getting on welfare at any time shows what delusional idiots they are. Now, everybody thinks these women go and lie and say, my baby daddy isn't crap and he abandoned us. They're all lying, all of them, except for a very few. And these dumbass panelists are saying, I don't know any women who picked welfare over the dad, because those psychotic whore Jezebels told you that the baby dad abandoned them when she says you can't see your kid. You're that stupid, you can't discern that. Every single one of these panelists is totally unqualified on this subject. If I had an Instagram live with them or debated them, they would get schooled. And the guy who remained silent, that's the fruitiest of everybody on there, because he was telling, the best guy that ever comes on this panel is I Am Mr. Let Go. He pops in and pops out sometimes. And he's got, I forget what the dude's name is. So the fruity guy who's on there, he said to I Am Mr. Let Go, are you trying to tell me that women are willing to push a dad out and get on government assistance and struggle with their kids rather than work with the father? And I Am Mr. Let Go said, yeah. And he was outraged. He couldn't believe that somebody would do that, because even though he's feminine, he's still got a male logical mind. That doesn't make sense to men to not work with them. So why are there 20 million single custodial moms and only 2 million single custodial dads? Because the women will go to court and lie. The fact that I even have to explain this to grown adults shows how stupid our culture is. And 75% of the people on Instagram that are polled on this, they said, oh, I don't believe a woman would pick government over an involved father. They do it every single day. 99.9% of them are doing it. They push the dads out. They make the dad every other weekend visitor in the child's life. Meanwhile, the whole culture is saying, oh, dads, step up to the plate. Dads, be involved in your kids' lives. How come there's millions of dads not involved in their kids' lives? The women control the access of the kids to the dad. If they say, oh, he's an abuser, he's crazy. There's only 1 million people in prison or jails, and half of them are falsely accused. Or it's exaggerated. So you're telling me there's 20 million deadbeat, absent, abusive fathers that the mother has to hide from? They're lying and they're full of crap. Watch Judge Judy when she has baby mama drama cases. Look at all the statistics and data, or look at Divorce Corp. Type in Divorce Corp. So if any of you, by some miracle, any of you stupid, jackass, moronic, effeminate men or psycho women from tonight's conversation are watching this, just type in on YouTube, Divorce Corp, false abuse claims. And you will see that attorneys, Harvard law professors, judges, and investigators are admitting that women lie about domestic violence all the time. And you dumbasses actually believe that stuff. You guys go on panels in front of people and talk about how people lie and cheat and are disingenuous in relationships. But then all of a sudden, when when it comes to their kids, the mothers are just perfectly wonderful. And they say, my baby's dad, like Kevin Samuels always points out, my baby's dad ain't shit. And so you got 3 different babies' dads. You're a stupid jackass who keeps choosing knuckleheads to have kids with. Why are you so stupid you pump out kids for a dude who's not going to be there? If you're telling the truth. But actually you're lying and you're manipulating the children because you want to have control on them. And the women will sit there and have their parents babysit, the maternal grandparents, or their friends or cousins or daycare. Everybody except the father. It doesn't make any sense. And you guys are up there saying, well, women would never be illogical and want to pick government over the baby. They do illogical stuff all the time. They don't leave their kids with the baby's dad when he's working from home. They pick, like I said, their parents, a daycare, and then he's got to pay for daycare. Women are psycho when they get control of the kids. They're not good protectors. Women are 60% of the physical child abusers, and they do 90% of the emotional abuse, which is parent alienation. You guys are a bunch of freaking bold-faced, fake, phony, hypocritical Pharisee liars sitting on a stage saying this bullcrap. And then the second lady who talked, like I said, that lady will bash women for being crazy and stupid. But then again, she deferred to, we can't blaspheme single moms. It's against our religion in our community to ever say anything bad about a single mom. I don't believe a single mom would ever choose. But the women know that when they have a kid with the baby's dad, that the government will come in and pick up the slack, which is the same thing. Because the woman has control of that guy's access. You know what you could do to resolve all this? Automatically give full custody to the father. And all the government programs will go away. The child support system will die out. And kids will flourish because kids need their fathers. The fact that women, and they were talking about black women in particular. And it started with black women being tricked out hoes for white slave master and being house slaves and picking the slums or government cheese or project housing and food stamps over a providing father. First of all, if you have a kid out of wedlock, you're a stupid jackass. And I was one too. You're doing it out of God's order, out of nature's order. It's not the best scenario for the kid. You're a selfish, narcissistic whore if you have a kid with the intention of not having the father involved or only let the father see the kid every other weekend as if they're in prison. You're a subhuman piece of shit demon is what you are. Nothing better than that. And then these people are going to justify single motherhoods. You're already starting off in a dysfunctional area, way off into left field. And then you're sitting there trying to justify it when you should be infield here. You should be within the boundaries of nature's order or God's design. And you're out there and they're saying, now that I'm out here, now let me get government assistance. Now let me get rewarded for this. And I don't have to work. Women would rather be lazy and shiftless and not work and have the government pay them stuff and not have to answer to a man, because the curse of Eve is to wanting to rule over a man. And if the man tries to lead, I don't want to deal with that. So they'd rather live in poverty and get enough to scrape by, and then they go up and they become LeBron James's mom or Kevin Durant's mom, and everybody worships them for toughing it out and all this stuff, and they push the dads out like a bunch of whores. So, well, LeBron James's mom was a crackheaded whore, and she didn't go looking for his dad, and he doesn't know his dad, and it's 100% her fault. Because she was out smoking crack and being a whore around the neighborhood, and she could have at least looked for his dad for his sake. But she's such a delusional, and when she became, famous because she goes to the games like a groupie and wears a jersey, say, look at me, I'm LeBron James' mom. Like, there's one game where LeBron James had to turn to his mom and say, sit your ass down. Because she was embarrassing him. Because she was a groupie whore saying, look at me, I'm LeBron James' mom. I pumped him out. She didn't do anything to make him who he is. He hopped from couch to couch and lived with uncles or the barber or other men raised him. She didn't do jack squat. In fact, she harmed him by driving the father out of his life, by not giving the father a chance to even step up. His dad might have been a one-night stand. She never told him she was pregnant, never saw him again or whatever. Or maybe he was a guy around the neighborhood and he didn't know it was him because everybody knew that she was a hoe and screwing everybody with 2 legs. And then she slept with Delonte West, one of LeBron James's teammates. And then she goes around, look at me. And she has an Oedipus complex with her son. Her son is her new boyfriend. Her son, LeBron James, is her new lover because that's her provider. That's what most delusional modern women do. And then LeBron James worships his mother. Now, you give her respect and revere her because she's a mother, but she gets everything she wants and needs because she had sex and pumped him out when she was a crackhead. But she didn't do anything that a normal, reasonable mother would do, like look out for the kid, find the father, want the father to be involved. You automatically harm a child and inflict child abuse upon them by depriving them of a father.